The UK government has finally announced its roadmap to get out of lockdown. Now, some of you out there are buzzing to get back down the pub. Some of you are buzzing to go back to football and watch it on the stands, and even give grandma that long-awaited hug. I, and many of you out there, like myself, are buzzing for one thing: toy fairs, and finally getting back to some old-school toy hunting. I'm Aaron from Empire Toys 1138, and on this video, we're going to be going through the UK Toy Fair roadmap. Before we go through the logistics of getting toy fairs back up and running, I just want to ask you guys for one big favour. If you can smash that like button below, it will do me a world of good, helping to get the video out there in the algorithm. I know it's such a cliche thing to say, but seriously guys, toy videos really do need that extra push. So if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow. I'm really pushing to get up there and hit that 2,000 mark. Only 300 subs away, so it's growing steadily. So anyone out there who's already subbed, I appreciate it. If you haven't already subbed, please do so. Also, I would like to say, if you are subbed and all, please hit that notification button. I don't think a lot of you are seeing these videos coming out, and one of the reasons why is because that notification button is not hit. So guys, if you haven't already do so, please do that right now, and I will appreciate you very much. So April the 12th is when step 2 of the UK government's roadmap is in play. That means non-essential. No, I'm not saying your job is not essential, but I'm just using the government's terminology. Non-essential shops can open. That means our toy shops can open. The likes of Cool Merchandise, Monkey's Emporium, Nurbase, the Vintage Toy Monster, Leicester Vintage Toy Shop, all these great brick and mortar stores that really do need our support. So guys, make sure you're buying your toys from these awesome dealers who have got great shops, and hopefully we can get round to getting back into them and checking them out on some videos very soon. I also feel when that April the 12th date comes through, we will be able to go back to car boot sales out in the open, albeit socially distanced, because the Rule of 6 and all the social distancing stuff will still be in play. That happened during the summer last year, so hopefully, fingers crossed, April's when we can go car boots to start back up again, which is really the time they do start back up. April, Easter holidays, clocks going, they go back or they go forward? They go forward this time, don't they? So hopefully we can be out there hunting toys in a field and eating some dodgy bacon sandwiches very soon. Now, along with the car boots and the shops opening, I do believe the smaller toy fairs can start operating in this time. Again, albeit with social distancing. Now, earlier on in the year, 2021. Last year, I did go to Totton Toy Fair in December when we were out of restrictions and we could do that sort of thing before it all got locked down again. Really well done. There was less stalls in there, but there was still some great stuff to be found. They did limit the amount of people going in for a one in, one out policy, which I sort of believe will be the same thing they do when they open up again on Sunday the 18th of April. So I think that will probably be our first toy fair that's going to kick start. So if you're in the sort of Totton area or in that south area, go give it a check out. I highly recommend it. There's some great stalls in there and you will find a bargain, trust me. I'm also hoping Medway Toy Fair will be on over in Chatham. Our friend Adam at Zooks will be working hard, I'm sure, getting that ready to go as soon as possible. So I haven't heard an official word yet, and as soon as I do so, I will be posting out and I will definitely be there to run the stall. Again, I have not heard an announcement from them yet, but the London Vintage Toy Shop did run a small toy fair in Enfield leading up to Christmas time last year. Fingers crossed that they will be able to happen again in April after step 2 is in place, and we can hopefully be going to there to get some toys. They had a great selection there, nice little some hidden gems in there. So again, a nice little toy fair to get you in the mood for some old school toy hunting. Now again, like I said, social distancing will apply during these times, so it will be staying back, keeping your distance, sanitizer, keeping clean, face masks. That will all happen. But like I said, these fairs happened last year, so they're all well spaced out, giving people plenty of room to move about and hunt some toys. So the UK government in May will be launching step 3. So from May the 17th, you can meet up to 30 people outside. So it's gone from rule of 6 to 30 people, which will be a lot easier. Be able to meet up with all of our friends and family from then. Also, what they'll be doing then is indoor events entertainment of a capacity of up to 1,000 people can take place. Now again, that's what I said, maybe we'll start seeing some of the bigger toy fairs going from May, but obviously we've got to talk about the logistics, i.e. Sandown, which has 500 stalls. Now if you had 500 stalls with one person, that's half your capacity already taken up. And the big key thing of the May date is social distancing still applies. So if any of you guys have been out there and been to Sandown Toy Fair, you know what makes it such a great fair, which makes the atmosphere awesome at it, is the tight corridors. I know it's sometimes difficult to get around, but I think kind of gives it its character. Barry Potter, who runs the toy fairs, will have to probably have less stalls inside it, which obviously comes down to who gets priority of stalls. Some people will probably never stall there that are looking to start selling, some of the newer people that I've seen on the scene. And I wouldn't class myself as the old school. There's a lot of people who've been doing it a lot more before me, but then there's, I will say, people like me, and then the old school generation that have been doing it for a lot longer as well. Who gets priority on them? Because I'm sure everyone will be jostling. So that's something they'll have to obviously consider. Also, the financial implications, that one right, of having less stalls. Stalls are quite expensive to have at these events. I think Sandown's nearly £60 for a 6-foot table. So you can imagine these people that put on 3 or 4 stalls are paying hundreds of pounds to be there. Cutting that down, less money taken to pay for the venue, and also with the capacity cap of 1,000 people, they're not going to make that money up by people coming through the gate, because obviously you can only have a certain amount of people. And then when it hits 1,000, and that obviously includes the cleaners that are walking around, the people working the food stall in there, the people running the fair themselves, and the stallholders. So you're looking at maybe only having a few hundred people, punters, general public in, and then you've got the 1 in, 1 out rule. And obviously I know what you're going to be like, because I know myself, I'll be impatient if I had to wait to get in, and you can see what you want in the distance, and you're like, oh, I need that toy, and you can't get in because you're waiting for someone to come out. It could be a nightmare. It could be amazing and happens and everything goes smoothly, but also could be a nightmare, and that's when people start arguing. And sort of people don't need that sort of thing at toy fairs. They go to escape that sort of stuff. So that'll be for Mr. Barry Potter to decide. Who knows? I know what my head says and I know what my heart says. Unfortunately, one of Barry Potter's toy fairs in Doncaster is penciled in for the 16th of May. Now that is gutting, because obviously the next day, which is the Monday the 17th, everything gets lapsed. Now the fair could go ahead under Step 2's rules. I'm not too sure. That's obviously again for the guys who run Barry Potter Toys to decide. But I just thought that was really gutting how one fair could miss out being on it just because it's a week early or even a day early. Absolutely gutting. But again, like we said, ears to the ground and we shall see. Sandown Toy Fair in May is penciled in for the 22nd, and like I said before, I know what my head's saying and I know what my heart's saying. Again, I really want this toy fair to happen, but the pure logistics of it happening in a safe way for us and a financial way for Barry Potter's, I can't see it happening that way. But I'm not. Everything I'm holding is with my fingers crossed, because I really do want these toy fairs to happen. Still in the May time frame, MCM Comic has cancelled their summer fair because obviously they're going to have more than 1,000 people. And I had messages of Reading Comic Con who have also cancelled their event and will be looking to do that later on in the year, which is fully understandable. And which is going to be a shame, because they are some great events, and I really do like going to MCM Comic Con in May because the sun's out, shorts, t-shirts, couple of beers, nice and chilled, nice and good atmosphere. Now this will also apply to the NEC Toy Fair in June. June 13th is when an NEC is penciled in for, and just like the Sandown, it follows in Step 3's rules. So NEC Toy Fair has 550 stalls, and I can't imagine it's cheap to pay for. So we'll have less stalls in there to aid social distancing. When you cap into 1,000 people, again, like every point I made about the Sandown Toy Fair, I know what my head's saying and I know what my heart's saying. I really want this to go ahead, but the financial implications of not being able to have every stall holder in there and not be able to have more than 1,000 people in there, punter wise, general public, is going to be financially, I don't even know the numbers, but from a guess, it's going to be expensive and costly. So again, I really do want it to go ahead, but I kind of can't see it happening at the same time. Also, again, just like Sandown, we all know what NEC is like. It's a fast-paced show. It's a great toy fair. Probably my favourite toy fair to do of the year. But guys, when you're trying to get in and getting toys and trying to get those great bargains, you are not worrying about social distancing, and not in a bad way. I'm not saying that's like in a horrible way, but you know, you're in that hunting mode. You'll just want to get that cool thing, be it a train, a car, toy, whatever it is. You want it just to get that plastic crack fix. Now, June 21st is the UK government's date for ending social distance and everything going back to normal, and that's even when they've got penciled in for nightclubs to be opening. So that's a massive jump in basically being back to normal. Again, all this depends on what the statistics say what's going to happen over the next few months. Who knows? We're coming out, weather's getting nicer out. Little things from social distancing, like the keeping your hands clean and stuff, is something that I hope carries on going, because I think that'll go a long way in making sure things like colds and flus in the future are going to be less common. SRP Toys, toy fairs, they tend to do the sort of Essex way and Sussex, that sort of area. I haven't been to any of them yet, but I was trying to plan to go to some of them. Last year I was looking to try and get some in, and obviously the pandemic happened, so I never got to go to them. So it is on my list of fairs to go check out. They will be looking from June the 27th to do their first toy fair. Now guys, remember, like I said, by this point now there'll be no social distancing, so they don't have to have 1,000 people. They can go full blown, get everyone in, all the stall holders, all the crazy people out there ready to buy some cool stuff. On the BP side, BP Toy Fair side of things, Stafford misses out on that date by a day again. Sorry, Mr. Barrowport, you're not having much luck with these dates, but Stafford Toy Fair won't be able to go ahead without social distancing, but the day after is when those restrictions are lifted. So I'm gutted, man. Like, just one day. But I'm sure, again, the fair could probably go ahead. It will then fall under the same pretenses of the last couple, how many stall holders they can get in, and 1,000 people capacity. And that will be the main thing financially, wherever they will run these shows. And that, their toy fair in Bolton, Barry Potter's toy fair in Bolton, will be able to go ahead on the June the 27th. So you northern guys up there should be able to get a cracking show at the, I think it's the Bolton Football Club Stadium. And maybe that doesn't happen anymore, but I'm pretty sure when I was told that there's actually a car boot sale that happens in the football grounds car park, and then after that you get the toy fair in. So that sounds like a cracking good day for a great day of hunting toys and everything. Showmasters, who run LFCC Comic and Collectorama and all that sort of stuff, I've greenlit and are pressing forward for their July Comic Con, the first big Comic Con of the year. That's huge. And the fact that they are green-lighting it and going ahead to try and book stuff is a big statement, and I applaud them for doing it, because it's not saying that you can just go like that and have a massive, awesome show on. And this is their summer one, so it's a 3-day event running from the 23rd of July to the 25th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be awesome. I've put my name down to try and get a stall, fingers crossed, but I'm guessing a lot of people in the business are probably scrambling to get tables, because they've obviously missed out on so much trading, which I understand, but I'm going to try and get a table there. If not, I will definitely be there on one of those days, having a day out at Comic Con, again drinking some beers, getting some cool food, and trying to find some plastic crack toys. There are many dates in the July and August period to announce, and probably some more that have not been announced and will come out, so make sure you're checking the SRP Facebook page and website to find out their dates. Barry Potter's Toys, I know they do a few more in July and August. Keep an eye out from them. In the meantime, make sure you've joined Toy Division, because we will be posting as much stuff as we can to let you guys know when things are happening, to get you guys out there and hunt some toys, to make up for some lost time. And that first toy fair that I am planning to do is Sandown, 18th of September. Now that's going to be the first Sandown where there'll be no social distancing according to the roadmap, and we can do a full-blown fair. Have me, Andy, Dan, anyone else just full-blown selling toys, no social distancing, get as much people in there as possible to have a good time, and like I said before, make up for the lost time of what we've lost just in the last year. It's crazy, it's nearly a year. Madness. Then in October the 3rd, the NEC Toy Fair is back. Now guys, that is the one I am looking forward to, because I believe, again, first one, NEC, without any social distancing. Again, like I said earlier, I'm guessing it all depends on that Nightingale Hospital at the NEC, but by then, hopefully it's probably been dismantled and taken down, and we can have the first full toy fair there. And again, like I've said it on Toy Division, there's going to be scenes at that toy fair. I reckon it's going to be going off, loads of people getting there to buy stuff, to sell stuff. People have been stocking up. I've seen it all online. I've seen people posting hauls and everything. There's going to be some awesome stuff to show off at that event. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one on the 3rd of October. Now, a toy fair that we've got into contact with, and we are helping to try and boost the numbers and get more toy sellers there and make it one of the #1 fairs in the country. That's right, Barry. We're coming after you, mate. It's Kempton Toy Fair. Now, they've cancelled their May show, which is why I kind of think maybe Sandown will, because they're both similar into the sense that they're both in race courses. So they've obviously feel that they can't socially distance and keep that capacity under 1,000 while making it financially viable. Now, they are planning for either the 24th of October or the 31st of October. Now, I'm hoping that they go for the 31st, selfishly, because there's another date coming up on that weekend, and also the 24th is my birthday of October. Just a hint, just, you know, I've thrown it out there. 24th of October, it's my birthday. Didn't get to have my birthday last year because it was in lockdown. 22nd, 23rd and 24th is when MCM Comic is coming back. Now, I've seen a few things, I've heard a few things. I think they're coming back bigger than ever for that date, so I'm looking forward to that. I probably won't have a stall at the London one. I kind of always had that one. It's always been there and there around about my birthday, so I've always made sure I took a day off and just gone up there to have like a day out around my birthday, to have a few beers and maybe treat myself to something nice up there. But I am really looking forward to that. So that is booked in for the 22nd, 23rd and 24th of October. So again, fingers crossed. But like I said about the NEC Toy Fair, the XL Centre where MCM is a Nightingale Hospital. So again, I guess that all runs on the fact that they're assuming, or they probably know. I don't know. I don't want to be like some tinfoil hat conspiracy theory person right now, but they could know that the plan is to have the Nightingales dispatched and taken down so they can go ahead with their events, because they've also planned their Birmingham MCM Comic which is also at the NEC, and they put those dates in for 20 and 21st of November. So they're pushing forward for that date. So maybe they know something that we don't, but who knows. So Kempton Park Toy Fair, if you're watching, 31st of October. A great toy fair that happens before Christmas is Sandown's November slot. So that's penciled in for the 13th of November. And again, guys, watch out for this date, because it's the pre-Christmas one. It's usually good. People in high spirits looking for Christmas presents, and people want to get rid of stuff leading into that Christmas period. It's a great fair, a great show. I think the last couple of times it's been pretty snowy around that time, if I remember rightly. But guys, it's a good event. I highly recommend coming down to that one. Also, leading up to Christmas, Kempton will be back on the 5th of December. Again, we'll be there in full spirit, giving that show the push and everything it needs, because guys, it is a really, I found so many great bargains at that fair. So it is a really good toy fair to go to. We're pushing it. We'll all be there, the whole Toy Division lads, and hopefully a lot of our friends will be there. And also, it's another pre-Christmas fair, so everyone's in good spirits. It's a great one to go to, grabbing those Christmas presents for those for your dads, for your trains, or even you guys if you're watching like the trains, the younger people. It'll all be there. Guys, make sure you check that out, 5th of December. Then that just leaves us with my personal favourite toy fair of the year. Now, I know a lot of people out there really do love this event, and that is the NEC Toy Fair, December the 27th. Now, this is the after Christmas NEC, so after Boxing Day. It's a great toy fair to go to. Everyone's pumping because it's just been for Christmas. Everyone's in high spirits, a bit of Christmas money to be spent on some presents that they may, or maybe even stuff that people didn't get for Christmas that they go, do you know what, screw it, I'm going to go buy it now. Great event. What I like about the NEC Toy Fair so much is because it's slap bang in the middle of the country. It's not so much a regional like the Sandowns, like the Staffords, Boltons and all the others, Doncasters and many other fairs that happen around the country. You tend to get the south, the west, the east, the north, all those toy sellers and buyers all come into that one point because it's all in a few hours drive of them, and it makes for probably, yeah, like I said, it makes for the best toy fair of the year. I just want to say thank you guys for watching the video. So this is all depending on whether these lockdown restrictions get lifted the way the UK government have said. But I know a lot of people, talking to a lot of people in the toy community, I know they are itching to get out, because it's not just about hunting toys, it's about socialising, it's about talking to like-minded people. And again, there's people out there that I haven't seen in over a year now, because the last time I saw him was at a toy fair or was at a Comic Con and stuff. And we got social media to keep up with people, and we can talk on WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned catch-up in a car park at 6 o'clock in the morning between a couple of toy sellers. It's what I live for. Like I said earlier, guys, if you want to keep up to date with as much things as possible, please make sure you join the Toy Division Facebook group. The link will be down below. We've had a really big influx of members, so buzzing for that. So guys, if you haven't already joined it, please do so. It's free to join. You know, just sit, chill, talk toys, no selling. That's it. But we'll try and keep you up to date with as many fairs we see going around the country. And if you know of a fair that's happening and you don't know if it hasn't been posted in there, because I've seen, is it Bulldog fairs that deal with the a lot of the west of the country. I haven't seen anything from them yet, but I'm sure that again they're itching to get back and to hunt some toys and set up some toy fairs and train fairs and everything. So again, if you don't see us posting on there, but you know of a toy fair that's happening, whack it in there. Make sure everyone knows it's happening, because guys, that's the only way these things can stay alive. If you are itching again to know what some of these toy fairs are like, if you've never been to one before, I do have a toy fair hunt playlist on my YouTube channel. You can go check out all the toy fairs that we have been to, and there you can get an idea of what's going on and everything. So guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Like I said before, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Peace.